Thank you, everyone. Great to be here, and Alian, thanks for the invitation. Indeed, we do have a lot in common in what we want to achieve, so I hope it's going to be very relevant also for you to hear about it. Today's panel discussion is going to be about new beginnings, how to start a new life, a new career in a new country. On two levels, this is also relevant for me personally. I moved to Vienna 3.5 years ago, 4 years now, and I know what it's like to start a new career, to learn a new language. Yes, I did learn German. It's close to the Dutch language, so I'm lucky, and that was not that difficult for me. But to find a new community and to create friendship that make you feel at home, it takes a while. And I can say now, after 3.5, 4 years, that now I can say I landed. I'm really in Vienna. I have my work as well here, so now it took a while, but now I feel at home. So that on a personal level, and on a professional level, I work for More Than One Perspective. It's a social business in Vienna. And we try to combine all this perspective from people with diverse backgrounds to support them in finding a job in Austria. A little bit about the history. It started in 2016. It was founded not by me, by other founders. This was around the time in 2015, a lot of people from Syria entered the country. And we saw such highly skilled, high qualified people that could really add to the labor market. But they couldn't find jobs, it was difficult. A lot of them had jobs that were not up to their skills. And they thought we have to do something different about this. And they started to not only work on the people that are new here, but also the receiving countries, so the companies. They should also be more open for people with diverse backgrounds, and they should be able to see this potential these people have. So since 2016, we have had 27 cohorts, which is in total around 750 associates. It's not a huge amount, but it's an amount where we can really one-on-one support the people that are with us, and we can really deliver a quality program. What we do is we try to see opportunities. Okay, someone brings this talent, these skills. Okay, he doesn't speak perfect German, or the education might have been a bit different in his home country, but we try to see how can we create opportunities that people can use their skills, their potential also here in Austria. Showing the potential of integration, a positive story about having these diverse perspectives. Not just, oh, it's difficult, so many people. Is everyone hearing this?
Yeah.
Is it probably my jacket, no?
You can just distance your microphone a little bit, and yeah.
Is it better
That's
like
this?
this?
It's not the jacket, it's just too close. Oh, that's fine.
I'm not going to take off my jacket, so. I think if it's the jacket, no. So, showing the potential of integration. So we want to give a positive story. It's nice to have new people coming in. It's nice to have new perspectives. We can use this potential. Diverse teams are more interesting. They are more innovative. This is the way we can look at integration and not having the story of, oh, how can we carry all these people coming in? No, they want to bring something as well. Also live their full potential. And this is also the story that we bring to the companies in Austria. I always explain it a bit with MTOP that we have a face to the outside and a face to the inside, meaning that the inside is really focused on our participants. We call them our associates, where we support them one-on-one with workshops and one-on-one coaching and looking at their hard skills, their soft skills, to find a way, okay, what would be suitable for you with your background to do in Austria? And then there's the face to the outside, where we talk to companies, a lot of companies, to convince them that diverse teams are more innovative and give energy and to have these new perspectives. This is all, of course, driven by a vision, by a mission. And for us it is that our mission, what we strive for, why we do what we do, We live in a society that gives people of migration background a perspective in the labor market so that they can realize their full potential as members of our society. People of migrant background are seen and valued in Austria and have greater self-confidence, regardless of whether they have a job. So to make it really concrete, okay, who can apply for this? Who is part of our target group? It's for people with higher education, third country nationals. The German level is a thing because it is a thing for companies as well. It starts at level B1 or at least English B2. We also work with a lot of international companies, so then the English has to be okay, and then the German is not as relevant. But as you know, for a lot of companies, even if they are international, to be fair, a certain level of German is also required. So those are the people that we work with and that can apply. So the phase to the inside, the associate program, what do we do? What does it look like? It starts 3 times a year. It's a program of 6 months, an intensive program where the goal is really to find a suitable job. Not any job just to make some money, not, oh yeah, this is the easiest way, or at least they hire me there. No, we're really going to look within the 6 months, what is really good for your skills, with what you want. Maybe also have a plan B, but it's really the idea to get a suitable job. Within the 6 months, we give a lot of information as well about the Austrian labor market. What are your rights? How does it work? It's all these things that come with it. Empowerment. We really try to make you believe in yourself and again try. And with one-on-one coaching, we really support you through the process. And then the important part, the job placement. So we really try to talk with the companies and also to directly connect our associates with those companies. Of course, our associates can say it better than me. This is in German, so it's a test as well. No, she's basically saying that at MTOP we offer a room of treasures and we have a lot of information, which is nice, you get this further education and then you know more, but there's also direct action. You can also use this right away to visit the companies. And Oliver is telling us that we gave him a lot of confidence and reassurance. And I think that's also an important part of what we do, the empowerment and also being part of a community. It doesn't stop after 6 months. We keep in touch and we have the celebrations every now and then, network events where people can always join. I think more than one perspective, that's the name of the social business, and I think it's interesting and relevant to have all these different perspectives together. And we also, in our program, we try to make people aware that we all see reality through a cultural lens. We all have an idea of what a good employee looks like, or what a good business looks like, or a bad business looks like, or in general, what is good or bad behavior. And this is all seen through a cultural lens. Not just because of the country where you're from, but maybe also the family where you're from, or the school you've been through. This all influences how you see reality. And in our program, we also discuss these topics, like what for you is a good interview, what for you is a good job, what does it mean for you to be an assertive employee or a good employee. And it's interesting to have all these different perspectives, and it's good to talk about them as well and to disagree, and this makes it an interesting process. And this is also what I'm trying to do towards companies, to convince them, okay, this person maybe doesn't speak German perfectly, and maybe what he studied is not exactly what you learn here in Austrian schools, but it's interesting to learn from these perspectives and to use these different perspectives. And so we're advocating for diversity, and that diverse teams are better for companies as well. So the face to the outside, the companies. We're talking to the companies and we try to see, okay, which vacancies do you have, what opportunities do you have, and then also a bit more like the things you don't read in a vacancy ad. What is the culture like in a company? What kind of people are valued? Is it like a 9-to-5 mentality? Do you have to be flexible? Or what is... And this way, I can already get a feeling of who from our talent pool would be a good fit for this company. And also who wouldn't be. So this gives us inside information as to who from our talent pool could be interesting. We're organizing a lot of events with the companies where our associates can also look at the companies, get a bit of a feeling what it's like in Austria, and meet the people there. A lot of networking events. And we have a list of partners that we hope to keep on growing and growing, where our associates can look through and then hopefully find an interesting position, and then we can support them in applying. So here's just some companies that we work with. Of course, we put on the big names here. And there's also a lot of smaller companies, but there has been a wave where big companies also, and in general still is, that realize that diversity is important and that diverse teams are good. So there is really a willingness also to I think, a bit across the language or the other hurdles that people with a migrant background might have. Some numbers, I'm not gonna walk through all of them, but in general for us it's important that we keep measuring our impact. So we talk a lot with our associates, we measure what we do. Okay, how many people do still have a job after a serious amount of time? Is it really relevant what we teach them, etc. Overall, I think it's quite good numbers. I think the most relevant one is the third one. 75% of all participants find a suitable job within a year. And it's not all with companies that are on our list or in our network. It's mostly the process of guiding them towards applying for a job that makes it, I think, successful as well. Thanks a lot. This was just some information about what we do as More Than One Perspective, and also how we can support with new beginnings, how we support people that start new in a country. We know the struggles, and by being part of MTOP, you're also part of a community of people that all had to start over. I would like to shortly invite Vika, my colleague, to the stage to say a few words, and then we can go to the panel discussion.
Shall I take this mic?
No, it works.
Okay, it works. Hello, everybody. My name is Victoria. First of all, I want to thank the International Talks for the invitation as well. I think this event is amazing. Shall I stand somewhere else? That it's not echoing.
In the light, always in the light.
All right, I'm learning a lot here. First of all, I want to say MTOP, highly recommended for all the people, newcomers, or in my case, I had to wait. I took the program as well. And in my case, I had to wait 2.5 years till I finally came across this advertisement on Facebook, and everything I saw, the requirements, they matched, and I was just so happy that everything I saw finally matched. I took this program, and 1 year later, I became part of the team, which is pretty amazing. And I'm doing recruitment and community management now. So I'm just probably going to say, if you need more details about how to apply for the program, other benefits, just want to talk and share your thoughts about it, come and ask me. I'm going to be outside after the panel talk is over, and I'm handing it to you.
Thank you, Vika. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think my picture doesn't have to be... Yeah, so, new beginnings. Let's have our panel here. I will call them... So first, Nadia Privalikhina. She's an AI automation expert. Welcome. You can choose a seat. Adriana Bestea. She's a psychotherapist and coach. Yes. And Ardit Buli. He's an IT project manager and a marathon runner. So, if we're talking about new beginnings, could maybe all three of you share your migration story and what motivated you to move to Austria. We can start all the way at the left.
Of course. Is this on? I don't know. No.
Probably not, huh?
Now it's on.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why, but people ask me to break the ice all the time.
sorry, it was just the left.
It's okay. Thank you for that. I don't know if my story is typical. It's not that interesting, actually, because I never wanted to move to Austria, actually. The first time I came here in my 20s, I was like, what is this place? Like an old people asylum, what is going on? Nothing is happening. But then, fast forward, I'm not gonna say my age, some years, I got in a relationship with somebody who lived here. We were in a long distance relationship for a while, and then the pandemic happened. So I came here without wanting to move here, and it took me a lot. It took me a couple of months, I think half a year, to be like, okay, I think I'm living here now. So yeah, it's a bit atypical. I don't know exactly what I had in mind, but I got to learn in the process, and I'm still learning, so here I am. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Can you add your story?
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, perfect. No, I just wanted to say regarding you that I think it's a Romanian thing that they don't want to live here, because also the co-founder of
It seems
of the Impact Hub, they don't want to live here, but they end up living here and getting married and creating families. So, no, for me it was more of getting the out of comfort zone. So, I come from Albania, and I was living in Tirana, and I was in a very, very risky comfort zone. So I had a good job, a car, a house, and everything, but I was, I was thinking what to do and how to escape, let's say, that comfort zone. So wanted to emigrate and to try new opportunities. And since I didn't know any German word, I said, okay, why not to go to Austria and try to learn the language. So what a better challenge, like learning a language, coming to a new country, not knowing anyone.
quite a challenge. Yeah.
So yeah, that's how my journey started.
Okay, nice. Looking for a challenge. How was it for you?
I need to. Okay.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I also didn't want to move to But since my early age, I wanted to move somewhere. Originally I'm from Russia, and I'm from a town that probably none people here know about. So it is not a small town, but I felt limited in my abilities there, same. And I wanted to move somewhere. I started actually preparing for, I'd say that my long-term dream was to move to Australia. So you know that there are no kangaroos.
And then you changed the flight and ended up to Austria. So
The name is somewhat the same, but no.
Yeah, it is a joke. Actually, I wanted to move to Australia. Then I started preparing to move to New Zealand. Some things, if you ever, probably you never thought about moving to other countries, but I wanted to move to an English-speaking country because I obviously speak English better than German. But some things has changed there in how I could immigrate there and take my family with me. So at that point, I already had a set of documents prepared, and it just didn't work out in the end. And then a job opportunity from Austria came my way, and I decided that, well, I have everything, let's give it a try. And then I came here together with my husband. Then half a year after that, pandemic happened. But it's been a fun journey. So I'm still here, 6 years after that.
6 years. And how was learning a language for you?
I understand a little bit, but I don't speak. And I'm not Dutch like you, so I cannot I didn't have a base level of understanding.
I know, it's difficult. So, looking for a challenge, looking for something new, did not really want to go, but ended up there. Still, it takes a bit of courage or something that makes you really do something like that, really take this step. Can you think of something that gave you this courage? Was it a specific moment or that was driving you to really do it? Anyone that feels like they want to answer?
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for me, it happened like here. I also then started my own thing, and when I was reflecting on those questions, I thought that the initial driver for me was that I looked at people with whom I worked in my current job, and I thought that if I stay here for the next, let's say, 5 years, do I want to be in that place? And my answer was definitely no. And then, like, even here, when I decided to quit my job, I was like, oh, but yeah, I'd still say that it was my decision not to take a new job. I also thought that what would happen if I stay here for 5 more years? If I look up at people who are there for that long, do I want to be in their shoes? My answer again was no.
Yeah.
So that's like that desire to just achieve more was
Yeah.
the main driver.
To achieve more and to not be dead. So that was also
Yeah, obviously there are some things where you aspire to be and some things that
Exactly.
you don't want.
yeah. Good example. For you?
It took a bit of delusion because professionally speaking, I was doing completely something else before moving here. So I used to own my creative boutique in advertising and strategy. But I began studying psychology because I wanted to do that, but I was like, maybe I will do it, maybe I won't. But being here in the country that invented psychotherapy seemed to be a bit serendipitous. And I was like, okay, so that whole pandemic, being in a new relationship, everything was new. The smells were new, the food was new, everything. And I was like, okay, might as well start a new career as well. So yeah, I think it was a bit, it does need a bit of delusion and a bit of courage and a bit of, I'm just gonna jump and see what happens.
Delusion. Can you relate to this, Ardit? Did it take some delusion for you as well?
Coming to Austria or in general?
Yeah,
because right now it's a little bit difficult to find where I was. Probably I'm delusional all the time because I want to run this. I have this goal to run this marathon in Boston for. Which for the moment is a little bit delusional because I'm far away from achieving that goal. It's a sub 3 hour marathon.
Oof, yeah.
So I'm delusional every. Sorry.
When is it?
This is every year.
Okay. But how long do you have now to train?
I could start training even now, going away from this meeting and start training.
He's actually training now as we speak.
In my mind, yes. No, but first you have to qualify for the marathon and then you can participate. So you cannot just
Okay.
go in there. Yeah.
So yeah, delusional as well. A little bit of delusion, I mean. Okay, to maybe round up these new beginning topics, is there something, we talk about new beginnings, what do you think about if we talk about new beginnings? What does it mean for you? Let me start with you.
It's like a new beginning for me. Now I'm always going to relate to marathon, so I've been
from
invited.
Now on it's,
I've been invited as a marathon runner, although I haven't run so many marathons, but it's okay.
You are a marathon runner.
No, actually, a new beginning for me means actually start thinking about, first of all, not having or if you have some fears, you have to face them, and then trying to see how you can overcome those. A new beginning is as well signing up for a new marathon. My last marathon was just two months ago, where it was a delusion, by the way, just so before you ask.
Before you ask.
And that's for me a new beginning. And I think you have to want this new beginnings for this to happen.
Yeah.
You have to find them out, whatever challenges that you are facing in your life, professionally or personally. That's for me what new beginnings means.
You have to want it, be motivated for it to happen. Can you say something what it means for you personally?
Just starting in a new country, starting with no network, with no safety net, then that is big for me, because I also then started a company, just also kind of without any background in that. It takes a lot of courage, a lot of learnings. It is not as quick as many expect. So it is the same, I'm answering the question, like it is not the same.
Yeah.
That as we envision, and it is quite similar to when you move to a new country. So you start just from a scratch, from a blank list.
Blank page, and anything can happen, and it's not just positive and quick and change. You have to take certain hurdles as well. Yeah. And for you?
I'm gonna start betraying my job now and become a bit philosophical. For me personally, new beginnings represents an opportunity to explore vulnerability. So I'm looking forward to have a new challenge because I am aware of the fact that it will give me the opportunity to be vulnerable. And I will learn and I will see myself differently in a new situation. And this is how I grow.
Yeah.
So for me, new beginnings equals growth.
Yeah. It's challenging, but it's growth. Yeah.
It's challenging, but it's, you will hear the word vulnerability from my mouth quite a lot. I'm a fan, you know. I think my clients will, can attest to that because I talk a lot about that. And I think that an opportunity to be vulnerable gives you an opportunity to try something new.
Yeah, thanks. That's a beautiful answer. Thank you. Ardit, you are a marathon runner.
Unfortunately.
And how does this relate or compare to working as an IT project manager? Because that's what you do as a job.
Yes. First of all, it helps on a daily basis to be consistent and to have that resilience. I mean, as a project manager, I don't know who else works as a project manager, but you always relate to timeline, deadlines, when they are coming and you need to deliver as a project manager. So being a marathon runner helps you to go away from those deadlines, so to never achieve them. But that was a joke. But anyway,
That was
I think I say better jokes in German. Being resilient, of course, and thinking that the progress is not yet there, but you can add every day a little bit more, that 1% a little bit more, until you deliver and achieve your objectives as well as in the marathon. So it's not about going and just get the medal or going through the as well finishing line, but as well coping with people, managing their issues and struggles, trying to remove any impediments that they have, but as well I have as a marathon runner, which mostly come from my inner side, especially when it's cold now. For example, imagine go around at 6 a.m. in the morning. It's crazy, yes, but I did it today because I couldn't had come here without going for a run first. So yeah, that's what helped me a lot as well in my daily job. So being very resilient and consistent.
Resilient. Thank you. And if we stay in the running analogy, maybe Adriana, you can tell us, like, for a lot of marathon runners, or if you run marathons, there's this moment that you can hit the wall. You cannot go any further. It's difficult. You feel like, I cannot go further anymore. Can you maybe also say, in the process of starting new, finding a new career, the whole migration, is there also a moment where this happens, this hitting the wall, and how can people deal with that?
Yes, I call it the end of the honeymoon period. It's, when you start something new, when you move to a new place, everything, even the challenges, seem very exciting, and you feed a lot on that. But at one point, it's what in psychology we call, you hit this wall that is called cultural fatigue, which is trying to adapt to the new culture, being on over and over again, and then, a collapse. So this will be hitting a wall, and I think that in this moment, what I would suggest from a psychological perspective, but also personal perspective, would be to find the balance between, okay, I'm going to take what is familiar for me, and I'm going to bring it here. I'm not going to replace, what is here with what is familiar, because that is also, like a Band-Aid. You can be dissociated, you can be outside, isolated from the place you are in, because you want so much for it to be familiar. So don't go in that direction too much, but use a bit of what is familiar and connect it to what is here, so that you can create something that is not entirely new, but not entirely old either. So I guess that, I would start there, but also I think it's really, really important to ask for help. Build a community, build a network, go to therapy, or whatever helps you, in this situation. But other people will be your mirrors. And I'm not just talking about other expats, but other human beings that have been through the same or a similar situation, and can give you perspectives and can give you what I call sustenance for you to move forward.
And do you have examples of how you can keep the things that are familiar to you, the things that are comfortable to you, how you can have that in your life? Do you have examples of that, or maybe?
Well, to each their own, I guess, but for me, for instance, food.
Yeah.
Food is one of them. So I now and then go to a Romanian shop, and I eat the things that I probably shouldn't eat, because, they're maybe not the healthiest ones, but it connects me to that, but I do it here, and I create a new ritual around how I eat what I know, but in a new environment.
Do you also have examples of this, where you find or you look for something familiar to you in a new country? Maybe you can start.
Well, obviously there are a lot of people from whatever country you came from. You can find a lot of people who came from the same country. So just staying in the same group of people can help sometimes, but I wouldn't recommend to do it constantly, because just meeting other people as important as keeping that connection.
Yeah.
For me also personally, I talk to my mom almost every week, so I call her and we have a chat. She even now tells me that now she speaks more to me than we used to speak when I lived in my home country.
To keep
And
this connection.
This keeps me to also keep connection with my family. It is important for me, obviously, to stay in contact with my parents, because they are getting older, as for many of us. And
as for many of us. Yeah.
So it helps. It keeps that connection. It keeps me grounded as well.
Yeah.
I feel that I'm not alone that way.
Thanks. Thanks for sharing.
Sorry. Well, in Vienna, it's really easy to find things, let's say that for me at least, as an Albanian or as a Balkan person, because I think half of Vienna is Balkanized. We have also one district which is full of people from Balkan. So we have a lot of burek and I don't know, a lot of we fight in the Balkan. Food you can find easily. We fight, for example, who makes the best burek in the Balkan. So for me it was that part was never a problem. Actually, that's why I wanted to go away from Albania in order to find something new. So, at the beginning, in the first 3-4 years when I was living here in Austria, I was not being, let's say, associated or surrounded too much by Albanians, apart from my family online, where same as you, I started talking to them much more online than on real life. But then. Even if you try to integrate, even if you try to, as much as possible, to learn German, which I don't know when I'm going to learn it, after a couple of years, something, at least in my perspective, deep down in you, it's like calling you, like you cannot escape your roots. Mm-hmm. So after almost 5 years living here without such a big community surrounded by Albanians, I found Alion, for example, and another 300 people Albanian.
Oh, Albanian, yeah.
And we created this community, which where we are at least meeting once a month, and we are trying as well to building bridges and building networks, because I think that's very, very important, especially when you are living in a foreign country, to have, let's say, to have that help that most probably I didn't had when I came here, because I did almost everything alone, or asking help, but not from my peers, and then trying to ease, let's say, that integration with other Albanians that want to emigrate in Vienna.
So it was both your own need or wish to have this connection more, but also to help those from Albania that were coming new into the country.
I think it's a both combination. Yeah. So it's also something that maybe me at my position now, I want to help. I want to give back, let's say, something that I gained from Austria, because coming here, of course, no one put a red carpet when I came in Austria. So
happy to see you.
Exactly. So I needed to find my way up. But still, whenever I ask for help, and that's very, very important to say and to admit that every Austrian that I helped me a lot. Like really, like even with facilitating shortcuts, things that otherwise you'd suffer a lot. And although I like suffering, I'm not a masochist, by the way.
And the pain that is important.
But the pain is very important, yes, we heard that before.
Pain is good.
You grow through pain and through challenges. Still, it's nice to have some help, and there is nothing wrong in asking. And I think a lot of Austrians helped me a lot to achieve what I have achieved so far.
You want to do something back as well. Yeah. It's interesting that I haven't found a Dutch community yet. I'm thinking now maybe there also soon there will be a moment where I have this urge as well. It's certainly not going to be about food. I think it's not. I don't miss that at all. No.
Just to inform you, Daphne, we had 2 Dutch podcast guests, so you can check our podcast.
Not that unique. Okay. Yeah. I somehow I'm not looking for it, but maybe this moment will come. I know so many Dutch people already. Yeah. Thank you a lot. Maybe we can go back. You told us that you start your own business. Is there a way that you see, you said it a bit already, but you see similarities in migrating to a new country and starting your own business? Are there the same learnings?
Well, obviously yes, because you need to just stop thinking about what you have done before that and start thinking in a new way. Mm-hmm. You face a lot of challenges. You learn how to overcome those challenges, which is important. And by the way, I also see that many immigrants, then they start new companies
Yes.
because they learn how to solve those challenges.
Yeah.
They learn how to stand for themselves.
Yeah.
So they have exactly, in my view, the same character. You need the same character to move to a new country and to start a company as well.
Yeah. It's a company, or it's a combination of having these characteristics, I think, but also gaining the skills along the way as you migrate to a new country. And this is also when I talk to companies, what I try to explain to them that especially people with a migration background, especially people that are from another country, those are the people that can bring great energy, and they won't, this is maybe generally speaking, but they won't be, oh, I have a setback, no, not everything is going well. No, they know how to overcome these challenges over and over and over again, and they bring these innovative ideas that I've been talking about. So actually this is a strength, and it should also be valued by the companies in Austria. Starting your own company is of course also great, and it happens a lot with people that migrated to Austria, although there is a lot of hurdles as well. But it should be recognized also more by the companies.
It is just the way we think. If we decided to move to a new country, each person here, we strive for more.
Yeah.
We want to achieve more in our careers, in our lives.
Yeah.
That's why, and that is the same drive that moves us towards starting a new company.
Yeah, and I think, of course, there's also people with a refugee background that maybe it was not a very, like a decision, oh, I have to live in Vienna and build my career there. It's like a push decision, but still, those people had to overcome certain challenges and start over new. And this is, I think, something we should see as a strength as well. So, yes. I'm looking at the time. I think maybe 5 more minutes. Okay, I had a lot of questions about belonging, identity, culture, those topics we can take when we have the alcoholic drink. To go deeper into this, and the rounding up questions. I have a question for all three of you, the same one. Reflecting on your journey so far. What piece of advice, I know psychotherapists aren't supposed to give advice, but what piece of advice would you give to your past self at the start of your migration journey, and why? You want to start?
Okay. To my past self.
At the start.
At the start, I would say, let go of other people's stories and make your own.
Mm-hmm.
I see that, I saw that in myself, but also in a lot of my expat clients, that they come with prejudices. They come with what I call stories about Austria. Most of it is about, oh, people are rude, I'm not gonna find friends, nobody's gonna pay attention to me because I don't speak German yet. And to that I say stay open and write your own story, because if you want to, there is a place for you and you will find it.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thanks.
I want to relate as well to what you said. You need to run your own marathon, basically. Stop comparing with others. Try to find your own pace and rhythm. And as well, what I would say to myself, dare more. And you should have invested in crypto back at that time. So.
Thanks a lot.
I would be controversial then and say learn German because it helps a lot in your day-to-day life, even though there are some changes now. And still, when I started to at least understand what other people say, that helped a lot. Yeah. And then what also helped me personally is to put myself out there. I started my social media accounts, and it helped me a lot to find opportunities.
And you work mostly online, or?
Now I work online, and I find clients from international, like from other countries and from Austria as well through social media.
Yeah, so it's not just in Austria. Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot for your stories. There's much more, I think, to hear from each other and to talk about, so we can do that later. And for now, thanks for your attention.